Student, after completion of egg of mammal, we are proceeding to the placentation in mammals. We know that last lecture I have told you about the implantation. Now once the embryo is implanted, that is blastocyst in the uterine wall, it get connected with the uterine wall and the cells of the blastocyst. So one organ is formed, and that organ is called as placenta. So what is this actually? The placenta is defined as a structure produced by opposition or fusion of the extraembryonic membrane with the uterine endometrium for the purpose of physiological exchange. So physiological exchange means the blood flow, O2, CO2, nutritious material for the developing embryo from mother to child. So this is about the placenta. Now the placenta from the point of origin consists of two parts, a fetal placenta and the maternal placenta. Means placenta made by the fetal tissue or the placenta made by the maternal tissue. So here, first of all, we see the fetal placenta. It is formed by the extraembryonic membrane. Chorion is the principal component of fetal placenta, and it establishes a vascular link between the embryo and the maternal tissue. We have seen the extraembryonic membrane. The chorion, the outermost membrane, is taking part in the formation of the fetal placenta. Now maternal placenta, same way. It is furnished by the single component, the uterine endometrium. This is the layer of the uterus. Okay. So the mammalian placentae are classified into different types according to the four major criteria. These are as follows. So the point is that the fetal placenta and maternal placenta, as per the name, these tissues are taking part in the formation of placenta. But still, the types of placenta are there, and we have to see in detail about the types. But according to the nature of fetal membrane taking part in the formation of placenta. So first of all, we see the fetal membrane which are taking part in the formation of placenta. We know fetal membranes are allantois, chorion, like that, amnion. So first of all, we see here the choriovitelline or yolk sac placenta. We know that yolk sac, yolk is their yellow part. According to that, it is primitive types of placenta found in some marsupial, that is kangaroo. And in this type of placenta, the allantois remains relatively small and never makes any contact with the chorion, whereas the yolk sac becomes very large and fuses broadly with the chorion, and later gets its blood supply from the vitelline blood vessels, that is from yolk sac, and fetal placenta in this case said to be a choriovitelline type. And this will you get in the marsupial animals. So only choriovitelline, that is the yolk sac, taking part in the formation of placenta. Very easy. Second one, chorioallantoic. So all these are extraembryonic membrane. Chorioallantoic. See the diagram here. Chorioallantoic placenta. See the right structure. Crypt. Crypt is the actually a placenta. Now in this type of placenta, yolk sac remains rudimentary. See here, see the diagram, and The connection is established between uterine wall and embryo by chorion, chorionic membrane. See, the chorionic membrane is get folded in the villi form and they get entangled in the endometrium of the uterus. So this is called as chorioallantoic placenta. Then the chorionic placenta, pure chorionic placenta is there. In chorionic placenta, only the chorion is the membrane. The consists essentially of a greatly thickened layer of trophoblast or chorion containing sinuses filled with maternal blood, and chorionic processes or villi containing fetal connective tissues and capillaries extend into the across the trophoblastic lacunae, and these villi are not homologous with true villi described in connection with the chorioallantoic placenta, and blood flows into these lacunae, means spaces, and in this way the nutritive substances contained in the blood becomes available to the fetal tissue. So here only chorion is taking part in this formation of placenta. So in this way, the placenta, types of placenta according to the nature of fetal membrane taking part is number one, that is choriovitelline, that is yolk sac placenta, then chorioallantoic placenta, and then chorionic placenta. These three types are there. Second one, types of placenta according to the histology. Now, histology means which cells are taking part in the formation of placenta. Cells, histology means cells. So, here the fetal placenta has allantoic blood vessel or vitelline blood vessels, and these blood vessels run to and from the fetus, whereas maternal vessels run to and from the maternal placenta furnished by the uterine endometrium. So, in this first one, that is the epitheliochorial placenta. See the name, epithelial placenta. Now here I am showing the diagram. The first one, epithelial placenta. Now we know that actually now you get the idea how this placenta is formed. It is formed by the fetal tissue and maternal tissue. In some cases, only fetal tissues are taking part, but in some cases, the maternal tissues are taking part. But according to that, we have seen the fetal tissue, the three types. But here now we are saying about this, the cells taking part in the formation of the placenta. So, first one, epitheliochorial placenta. What happened in this case? When the chorionic epithelium makes a contact with the uterine epithelium, the placenta is designated as an epitheliochorial placenta. See, the epithelium of chorionic membrane and uterine epithelium. So both these layers taking part and the placenta is formed. And here the examples are horse and pigs. So here the 6 layers of tissues lie between the fetal and maternal blood streams. See the diagram here, epitheliochorial placenta. It is very easy, only you keep in mind this name. Second one, that is the syndesmochorial placenta. Syndesmochorial placenta, this second one. What happened here? Here, the fetal and maternal components are fused so intimately as to result in a destruction of uterine epithelium, and as a result, chorion comes into contact with the endometrial connective tissue. Say, listen very carefully, and only 5 barriers therefore intervene between the two blood streams are there, and sigmochorial placenta is found in ruminant ungulates like camel, giraffe, cow, goat, sheep, buffalo, etc. See the diagram. Here, the epithelium lining of the uterus are destructed. So, destruction means the intimate contact is there. Because of that, destruction is there. Now, third one, the endotheliocorial placenta. Endotheliocorial placenta. Here, what happened? If the destruction involves the uterine epithelium and underlying connective tissue which is reduced, the chorionic epithelium comes in direct contact with the endothelial walls of the maternal blood vessels, and the placenta is then formed, which called endotheliocorial placenta. Very easy. There is a destruction of epithelium, and these cells of chorion is make direct contact with the maternal blood vessels, and that's why the name is endotheliocorial placenta. Example is dogs, cats, lion, tigers, etc. In these animals, such a placenta is formed. Fourth type, hemochorial placenta. So here hemochorial means here both the destructions are there and the blood directly comes in contact. See here, a reduction of the barriers. First of all, reduction in the barrier is occur in the maternal endometrium uterus, but here a barriers to 3 is found in primates, that is lemur, apes, human, and many insectivorous bats and rodents. This type of placenta is called hemochorial placenta, in which endothelium of the maternal blood vessel, listen very carefully, endothelium of the maternal blood vessels also disappears, and the chorionic villi are bathed directly in the maternal blood. So there is a direct contact with the maternal blood, hemochorial placenta. See the diagram. So this is called as hemochorial placenta. Then the hemoendothelial placenta. See here the directly the villi are attached bath in the blood of the maternal side. Now here hemoendothelial. In this type the placenta, all the 3 maternal tissues and 2 fetal tissues, that is chorionic epithelium and chorionic connective tissue, are completely eroded so that the fetal blood vessels deep into the blood lacuna of the uterus. So there is a direct contact with the blood to blood. In general, blood to blood contact is there, and this type of placenta is found in higher rodents like rats, guinea pigs, and rabbit. So this is very easy, and this types is totally depend upon how these internal tissues are taking part in the formation of placenta. Now this is the second type. Now third one, that is the types of placenta according to the fate of uterine endometrium at parturition. Parturition. But here only 3 types are there. Okay, 3 types are there only, and it is very confusing. So listen very carefully. Now you will better know what is placenta and how the tissues are taking part in the formation of placenta. According to that, the types are there. So I think this is enough for today. In the next lecture, we will complete the third, fourth, and I think fourth 2 types of remaining there. So I will cover in the next lecture.